In this video, we are going to figure out which of the candidates in this list have a good rating. Now, there's two columns we need to think about. In column B, we have the average rating on a scale of 1 to 5, just like you would imagine stars on an Amazon product. And it might seem intuitive to just filter out anybody who has below 4 stars, for example, out of this list, but it's a little bit trickier than that, because if we look at this candidate, Ronaldo Skinner, now you might have different candidates in your list, just to be clear, but if we look at this candidate, we can see that he has an average rating of 4.9 stars. That's about as good as it gets, right? But that rating is only based on 2 reviews, so it could have been Ronaldo and his friend who actually gave these reviews, which means we don't have a lot of confidence in this rating. So really, in order to figure out who has a good rating, we need to combine what we know in column B and column C. So to do that, we're going to create a new column. So go to column D, click the little drop-down arrow, and choose Insert One Column to the left, and we're going to call this column Good Rating ? Because we need to figure that out. So in order to figure this out, we are going to be asking Google Sheets to tell us, does the candidate in this row, so in row 2, do they have an average rating that is over 4 stars? So that means, does the information in cell B2, is it higher than 4? And is the information in cell C2, which is the number of reviews, is that over, let's say, 10 reviews, right? So does this candidate have more than 10 reviews and an average rating of more than 4 stars? So to do that, we need to use a formula. So press equals. This is going to allow us to start a formula and type if. We're going to use an if formula in this case because we all want to know, and actually Google is telling us, returns value depending on logical expression. So that's basically saying, does this candidate pass this test? So we're going to say if, and then parentheses, and the first thing we want to know is the information in B2, is that higher than, so we're going to use the greater than symbol, is it higher than 4? Okay, that's the first question. The next question, so we're going to put a comma to add our next question, is the information in cell C2, the number of reviews, is that greater than 10? Okay, so I know this looks kind of hard to understand, but really what it's saying is, does the information in B2, the average rating, is it higher than 4 stars? And is the information in cell C2, the number of reviews, higher than 10? If that's true, say true. If it's not true, say false. And so if we hit enter or return, we can see that Google Sheets has already told us that Ronaldo Skinner does not pass that test. False. But it's also asking us, do we want to apply that same formula all the way down column D? And the answer to that question is yes, we do. So we're just going to hit check. And now you can see that Google Sheets has applied that formula, that test, to all of the people in this database. And what's interesting about Google Sheets, and Excel does this too, is if we click on a cell down here, even though our initial formula was asking about cells B2 and C2, if we go to row 7, we can see that it is now asking about B7 and C7. All that means is that it's updating our formula to actually check each row, which is great. All right, so now we have a list telling us which candidates pass this test of having a good rating, and you are all set to move on to the next step. Thanks for watching.